Wait a minute.
Jacinda, Natalie, yes.
Please turn on your camera too.
Okay, maybe you turn on your camera here and I can show the screen. Okay, is this? Can we put this on the big screen? Oh, okay. Okay, can everybody see our screen?
Yes, we can see your screen, yeah.
Okay.
How about your camera?
But possible to turn on your
luckily-
video?
Natalie is open the camera. Can you see us?
No. I think it should be Natalie's, maybe on the other page. Yes, yes,
Okay,
yes.
yeah,
Hello,
yeah,
hi, we
okay.
can see both of you. Yes, that's good.
Okay.
That's good. Yes,
Hi. Yeah. Okay.
that's good. And we can see your screen as well. Good. Young Lions at Cannes 2025. Over to you, Maya and Natalie. Please.
Hi. Okay. I'm Jacinda and this is Natalie. We are joining the Young Lion this year. We are in the digital category this year. And in the following sessions, we are going to share our experience during the Young Lion. Okay, shall we start in the first page? Actually, when we join the whole events, there are one quote that we always heard about, which is be yourself. Because during the whole town's event, that was one piece of advice that stuck with us very often, which is be yourself. Even though when we join every talks or some sharing sessions, the talkers always tell us just be yourself. But it sounds very easy, right? But actually, when we got the brief, it's definitely being yourself. It feels like more harder than it seems. And for us, be yourself, it means finding the right balance between the taking risks, trusting our ideas, and not worry too much about what the judges want. And today, we want to share our journey from the brief to the jury parts, and also some tips that we learned along the way. And there are a few things we had knew before we started. And we will show you how we try to truly be ourselves in the Young Lion competitions. And so here are the timelines that's for the whole competitions. You can see that we have the briefing sessions on first Tuesday, and we got 24 hours to complete the whole idea. And there will be a 10 minutes sharing sessions for the jury, which is on Friday. Yeah. And actually, for the whole competitions, there are 450 competitors and over 1,000 participators. And actually, for the digital category, it's much more competitive because we got over 50 groups and each group got 2 participators. Yeah. We are going to go through, first of all, is the brief that we have this year, which is we have to cooperate with the organizations which call Be Wild, which is the organization dedicated to protect the wild beasts. And we will not go through not much details about the brief. Actually, the brief is asking us to create a bold, shareable idea that uses Gen Z power to take a niche cause and make it a global movement. So actually, the brief is very simple, which is make the wild bee famous among Gen Z. And I will pass it to Natalie to go through what we did in the brief. Yeah. Thanks. Oh, yeah, for the whole brief, actually, the deliverable, which is 1 pages, and we got 10 minutes presentation time.
Yeah, so our idea was feed the buzz. So we got this brief, right? Target Gen Z. But our idea came from the day before where we were at a Paris Hilton talk and our friend, a huge fan, met her, hugged her, and then got reposted by her. And overnight, you know, their reach jumped from 500 followers to like millions of people. So that's where we had an idea that, you know, visibility isn't random. It's controlled by algorithms, by celebrities, by gatekeepers. And to us, we realized that that's a common problem that was shared by both young creators, Gen Z, and bees as well. So wild bees were disappearing, but nobody noticed. And Gen Z creators were making great content, but algorithms hid it. So our solution was more of a like a win-win thing. So help bees get seen, and we'll help you get seen. So how it works is you sign up and you connect your socials. You do something bee friendly, for example, like plant flowers or build bee homes, and then you post about it. AI verifies your action and you unlock more visibility for your content. So these platform partnerships and celebrity amplifiers ensure your content reaches far beyond your original reach. And yeah, you get noticed by celebs and influencers, and ultimately it's like save the bees, grow your influence, everyone wins kind of thing. The feedback from the judges that we got at the end was a sort of like not enough education about wild bees, and it also sounded like Gen Z might be doing it for the wrong reasons. So those were two very I think enlightening quotes from the jury. We also included the gold winner.
Yeah. Actually, they find some cases to share with you guys, which is the first one is the gold winner of this year. Actually, when you see the image, you can see that it's a very bold idea, you can see. And actually, if this is talking about Gen Z doesn't think about the wild bees until it is in receivables, and what's the hook? For the brief, they are talking about wild bee is the nature regional threesomes. One bee is helping two flowers reproduce. So they are using the Tinder as a platform. Users are first drawn in by the world threesome and the hot profile, then discover the wild bee's surprising role in saving the world. Actually, you can see maybe the picture, even you can see it's very fun and unexpected and very viral. It's turning a boring idea into Gen Z wants to share. Actually, they've also find a very fun insight, which is threesome linked to Gen Z curiosity with wild bees. And they also use an unexpected platform, Tinder meets the wild bees. Even though I think no one can link Tinder to the wild bees. And also they grab the attention where Gen Z already is, turning a borrowing idea into something shareable and viral. Actually, they also do the educations while entertainment. Yeah.
I think the judge's main point about this one was that it was bold. They couldn't stop talking about it afterwards, and it really stuck with them. And so that was the key hook to this winning idea.
Yeah, actually, because we got a sessions to talk with the jury after the competitions, and actually there are fun facts. You can see that sometimes when in the competitions you can find maybe we got the same ideas in a same brief, and what happens if we got the same ideas in the competitions? You can see that in this year we got 5 ideas to talk about the Airbnb, but actually they just pick one for the shortlist or the winner. And Natalie share about why they will stand up of the winners. Actually, you can see the left-hand side, which is the bronze winner in this year.
Yeah, so yeah, as you know, like we saw the running sheet come out, and then we saw that 5 groups, 5 countries had the same topic and the same name as well. But what really stood out for Australia, I think, which was the one on the left, was their insight. So they started off with booking accommodation at Cairns was very, very troublesome and very difficult. And that relevancy with bees and how bees don't have homes or like the sufficient sort of environments to live in really piqued the judges' interest. So they said the insight was the key to putting this idea out and making it bronze. Yeah.
Yeah, and at the end, also we marked some key takeaways of the whole experience.
Yeah, so be yourself, like we said. Weird is your edge. Difference is your strength. And a lot of the judges, whether Titanium or the speakers, they would always say you lean into that, and like you can find the problem that no one else sees because of your unique perspective and your lived experience. Second, clarity beats cleverness. That's because you need to make it clear, make it crystal clear, and then make it interesting. Otherwise, people won't know what you're talking about. And the main thing is to get your idea across. And third is creativity lives outside. So this was very heavily emphasized upon, that the best insights come from going outside and being curious, whether it be talking to new people or new observations, going for new experiences. You shouldn't just brainstorm in a conference room, right? You should go out and see what's actually happening outside, to culture and to people and to everything, because that's what our work sort of impacts ultimately.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and last but not least, I think we have to learn about different culture, especially when we are joining the global competitions. So here are some key takeaways that's for our experience. And yeah, thank you.
Okay, good, very good. Jacinda and Natalie, thanks very much. I think you really help us craft our objective. The reason why we are sending you guys out is for you to experience the world, yeah. And then you've done it. And even you show us the work by other teams. This is how we have you open your eyes, right? Open your eyes, open your mind, and then see what other peer groups, other groups from different countries, what they're delivering. I think this is very good. Thank you. Thank you for affirming this exercise. So good. Thank you. So from grade right now, we move to OMD. OMD is actually the winner in media competition. So they also go to compete in Young Lions, the media stream. This is Cherry Law and Kimmy Chai. Cherry and Kimmy. Hi, hello. Over to you. Yes. Good, we see it.
OK，大家睇到個 screen 嘛？
睇到。
好啊，咁其實我哋今日咧就係想俾一個 starter pack 俾大家啊，咁我係 Kimmy 啊，呢個我係 partner Cherry 啊，咁然後咧其實我哋都知道大家聽咗好多關於 Cannes Lions 嘅嘢嘅，但係其實佢實際係啲乜嘢啊，同埋入邊有啲咩玩咧咁樣，其實我哋今日咧就主要想俾大家知道了解多少少 Cannes Lions 呢樣嘢嘅。
咁咧講到要去 Cannes Lions 有啲咩準備咧？第一樣咧就係要 be resilient 啦，就係大家要有一個好強嘅適應力啦，亦都要有一個好強大嘅心臟啊！咁其實因為我哋嘅 journey 咧，其實就係由香港喺贏咗央金帆呢個比賽之後，咁就有機會代表香港去到法國 Cannes Lions Festival 嗰度參加 Young Lions 嘅 media competition 啦。咁個比賽其實個 schedule 都好緊湊嘅。我哋第一日啦，咁就會有一間即係真實世界存在嘅 NGO 度俾個 brief 我哋嘅。咁我哋個 brief 就係有一間英國嘅 NGO Ovarian Cancer Action 咁俾個 brief 我哋啦。咁我哋個 task 咧就係要回應翻，因為Ovarian cancer 佢係世界上第8 common 嘅女性癌症，咁但係大家對佢嘅認識其實好少啦，可能大家會將佢同子宮頸癌撈亂咗啊，咁對佢嘅認識好少啦，佢收到嘅 funding 亦都好少嘅，咁所以我哋就要諗一個 media idea 去令到大眾都更加關注呢個癌症啦，咁而呢個 media idea 咧都唔單止要喺英國可以實行到，而係要喺世界各地嗰度都可以 apply 到出嚟嘅。咁跟住我哋就會有大概24小時去構思我哋嘅 ideas 啦。咁其實所有參賽者咧就好似張相咁樣，我哋都會困住咗喺個會場入邊，咁就好專心咁去準備我哋嘅 presentation 同埋 ideas 嘅。咁而第3日啦，我哋就會同一班出去有10分鐘去 present 我哋 ideas 啦，同埋一個 Q&A session 嘅。咁而呢啲評判其實都係一個行業入邊好 experience 啦，同埋係啲 expert 嚟嘅。咁呢個比賽就好 challenging 啦，咁因為其實一係時間好緊湊啦，二嚟其實我哋對於呢個 topic ovarian cancer 本身都唔係好熟悉，咁但係我哋就要喺好短時間內進行一個 research 啦，同埋諗到我哋嘅 ideas 出嚟嘅。咁而我哋平時本身喺local 嘅 media agency 度工作啦，可能做嘅 campaign 都係 focus 喺香港或者最多係啲內地嘅 campaign。咁但係我哋今次要諗一個係可以喺世界各地都可以 apply 到嘅 ideas 出嚟咧，咁其實都係一個挑戰嚟嘅。咁而雖然我哋冇贏到呢個比賽啦，咁但係我哋都覺得個過程係好 rewarding 嘅。咁因為我哋喺呢24小時入邊，其實不斷咁 brainstorm 啦，會批評自己啦，砍掉重練我哋嘅 ideas 啦，而最尾 come up with 一個真係我哋真心覺得好有意義、好想可以做到出嚟嘅 campaign，都係一個好有滿足感嘅事情嚟嘅。咁而可以喺個咁國際性嘅平台嗰度，可以同一啲出去交流啦，而佢哋都係一個行業好 experience 嘅人。咁呢個過程我哋都覺得係一個自己少少嘅一個 achievement 嚟嘅。咁而第二個大家要準備咧，就係要 stay hydrated，飲多啲水啊。咁因為其實法國去到6月已經係非常之熱啦。咁二嚟咧，其實我哋喺 Cannes Lions 入邊咧都需要不停咁樣講嘢嘅。咁因為本身 Young Lions 咧，其實佢都有好多唔同嘅 session 俾啲參賽者可以互相咁樣交流啦。咁而因為我哋同其他國家嘅參賽者其實大家一嚟年紀相近，咁工作背景都好相近啦，其實有好多 common topic。咁所以同佢哋交流過程，其實都會更加了解到其他國家嘅 media 或者 creative industry 係點樣運作嘅。咁 咁而喺 Can Science 嗰度啦，佢本身嘅 festival 都好鼓勵大家可以認識多啲唔同國家嘅人，可能係一啲工作伙伴啊，或者啲將來可能會真係一齊工作嘅朋友。咁而大家都好 open to 去同唔同人嘅傾偈啦，所以我哋甚至可能喺會場入邊行下，咁就會突然間撞到一啲喺其他國家工作嘅香港人，咁就會同佢哋認識咗嘅。咁而Can Science 入邊亦都有好多唔同 industry partners 嘅一啲活動啦。咁其實 Can Science 佢都好似一個 exhibition 咁樣嘅，好多唔同嘅 industry partner，例如 Google、Meta、Amazon，佢都會有自己嘅一個 booth 啦，然後會介紹翻自己一啲最新嘅 technology。咁亦都有啲 expert 會去同我哋去傾偈嘅。例如頭先我哋 present 一開頭我哋 show 嗰條片咧，咁就係有一個 Meta 嘅 expert 去幫我哋拍嘅 reels 嚟嘅。咁呢個亦都可以其實都係少少工作上嘅需要啦。我哋認識咗佢之後，將來可能都可以 develop 到一啲新嘅 business opportunities 嘅。
係啦，咁第三樣咧，最重要嗰樣嘢咧，就係你要 stay curious 啦。咁即係你可能要保持你嘅好奇心，你先至會想喺呢一個 event 入邊繼續玩多啲嘢嘅。係啦，咁其實呢一個 event 入邊咧，你會見到佢有好多唔同嘅一啲。係啦，有好多唔同嘅一啲 booth 啊，或者係啲 talk，咁俾大家可以去玩啊，去參與咁樣嘅。咁你可以見到啦，喺最左手邊啦，你會見到呢一啲咧，就係一啲比較喺行業上面嘅一啲 expert，佢哋去 hold 嘅一啲 talk 嘅。咁譬如話有一啲係講一啲 K-pop 嘅，譬如話係一啲流行趨勢嘅，究竟佢哋係點樣做到一個即 global 上面都一個好流行嘅一個趨勢咧？咁第二個就係一個可以 Duolingo 咁樣，咁佢哋係一個都係一個好成功嘅 campaign，佢哋可以做到一個好犀利，大家都知道嘅一個 app，咁然後大家又可以，即係佢呢個 app 又有好多唔同嘅一個樣貌俾大家睇到嘅。咁究竟佢哋係點樣 come up 到呢啲 idea 咧？咁佢哋嘅 leaders 都會喺啲 talk 度講到嘅。咁除咗係譬如一啲creativity 之外啊，會有一啲電影人啊，都會喺入邊度講下佢哋嘅 idea 啊，佢哋入邊佢哋自己嘅一啲 insight 啊咁樣嘅。咁除咗啲 talk 之外咧，其實都會有好多唔同嘅 booth 俾大家去玩，就好似頭先出嚟講噶啦，會有一啲 Meta 啊、Amazon 佢哋都會有一啲 booth 嘅。咁你可以見到咧，其實我哋都有去玩到 Meta 嘅一啲 booth 啦，佢哋都有帶佢哋嘅一個 Ray-Ban 嘅聯成嘅一副眼鏡俾我哋係喺嗰度有個沉浸式嘅體驗嘅。咁然後咧都會有一啲好似 Pinterest 咁樣，中間嗰個咧就係我哋去咗 Pinterest 嗰度做一啲手作咁樣啦。咁其實喺嗰度你就可以 express 大家嘅 creativity 啦。咁同時其實 Pinterest 入邊啲 booth 咧都會好多唔同好有 creative 嘅人啊，咁喺入邊都會可以撞到咁傾下偈嘅。咁然後最後嗰個咧就係一個Meta 用 AI 嚟整一個人生4格啦。咁其實都係一個好有趣嘅體驗嚟嘅，因為而家 AI 都係一個好盛行嘅嘢啦。咁所以其實我哋喺嗰個 booth 入邊咧，我哋都可以了解到其他嘅一啲公司佢哋點樣運用 AI 去做一啲好有趣嘅嘢嘅。咁然後最右手邊嗰一行咧，就係一啲行業入邊比較突出啊，同埋一啲好犀利嘅 campaign 啦。咁其實Cannes Lions 呢樣嘢咧，都有一個 award 喺度嘅。咁嗰個 Cannes Lions 嘅 award 咧，喺每一晚咧都會有一個即係頒獎嘅地方咁樣啦。咁你就見到好似呢條片咁咧，就係其中一個頒獎嘅一個片段嚟嘅。咁其實佢哋一啲世界各地一啲好犀利嘅一啲 campaign 啊，或者係佢哋一啲好有創意嘅一啲 campaign 都有機會攞到獎嘅。咁同時間咧，佢哋都會擺一啲board 啊喺嗰個會場入邊，俾大家去睇到究竟佢哋係點樣 come up 到呢個 idea 啊，佢哋個 objective 啊咁樣嘅。咁所以其實大家都可以去，即係到 Cannes Lions 嘅時候咧，就可以去睇下呢一啲 board，咁就攞下啲靈感咁樣嘅。咁然後最重要咧，就係要去參加佢哋嘅after party 啦，因為其實喺 after party 咧，就係真係大家所有人都會喺嗰個 party 入邊，其實係一個好難忘嘅體驗嘅，因為你行業入邊唔同嘅一啲 leader 啊，都會喺入邊咁傾下偈，又係一個 networking 嘅 section 嚟嘅，係啦。咁大家如果有啲有興趣再去了解多啲關於呢一個 event 啊，或者係關於金帆嘅一啲比賽嘅話，都可以 feel free 去揾我哋再 touch on 同埋傾下嘅。Thank you.
It's also from Chill. It's the Safe Sketches, yeah. And the winning team this time is Lui again, okay? Lui Tonghei and Elsie Lam. Are you two there?
Hello， 聽唔聽到啊？
聽到 but let me find you first, okay? Let me see your face, yeah.
好啊，我哋又驚有呢個 Hello，
係啊，同埋我
Hello。 咁
見到好
好啊，有咩問題
嘅
你即刻話俾我哋聽得㗎啦。 係啊， 嗌出嚟
係啦，OK，go ahead。
好啦，咁大家好啦，咁我哋就今日嘅最後一組去 sharing 啦，咁所以咧大家忍多一陣，好快就到你哋個 briefing 㗎啦。咁我哋好幸運咧，咁我哋得到呢個機會啦，可以去到咁難得夢寐以求嘅一個 Cannes Lions 嘅呢一個創意界嘅奧斯卡啦。咁咧，咁事不宜遲啦，我哋今日咧準備嘅咗好豐富嘅內容啦。咁我哋今日咧想同大家 share 嘅主題係咧 Be Niche 啦。咁點解揀呢個主題咧？咁因為我哋覺得咧，今日會坐定定喺呢一個 talk 上邊咧，一齊聽嘅你哋咧，或者講呢個 talk 嘅你哋咧，其實已經係 niche 中之 niche 啦。咁 niche 呢個字咧，其實係嚟自一個拉丁文啦。咁原意係講緊一個巢穴咁樣啦。咁慢慢演變就變咗做一個狹窄，一個可以能夠聚集到一啲同道中人嘅一個地方啦。咁對我哋嚟講，香港就係呢個地方啦。咁之後 niche 呢個字咧，就變咗形容群體入邊嘅一群小眾啦。咁對我哋嚟講，咁梗係我哋一班做廣告嘅呢班人啦。咁我哋就係呢班 niche 中之 niche 啦。咁同一時間 Be Niche 係講緊咩咧？Be Niche 就可能講緊要專注自己，揾最適合、最擅長、最感興趣一個領域去做。咁相信大家都係因為 Be Niche 先會出現喺今日呢一度啦，一齊喺度聽 sharing，一齊喺度講 sharing 啦。咁所以咧，我哋今年好慶幸咧，我哋可以親身去到 Cannes Lions 啦，成為呢個 niche 中一之 niche 啦。咁究竟咧呢個機會有幾 niche 咧？咁我交俾 Elsie 去，我繼續講一講先。咁淨係講數據嚟講咧，每年去 Cannes Lions 咧嘅參加者咧，大概係有12000人啦。咁而我哋好幸運咧，成為咗呢12000嘅之二入邊嘅人啦。咁咧，其實老實講咧，本人入行嘅時候咧，係完全唔知咩係 Cannes Lions 嘅。咁嗰陣個 creative director 咧就用一個有冇搞錯啊咁樣嘅樣望咗啦。咁我估佢應該諗我應該請錯人咁樣啦。咁但係都好彩佢最後即係留咗我喺個廣告界啦。咁令到我可以嚟到 Cannes Lions。咁到底呢隻獅子係代表啲咩咧？咁其實咧 Cannes 咧係堪稱頭先阿女都有講啦，係廣告界嘅奧斯卡啦。咁其實喺咁多個國際獎下邊咧，Cannes Lions係廣告人最餓嘅一個獎。點解咁講咧？因為佢每年咧係有27000個作品參賽啦，淨係入圍 shortlist 咧只係得 top 10%，然之後得獎嘅咧係再難啲嘅，係 shortlist 嘅得3% 可以得獎，咁即係高嗰啲再唔好再細啲啦嗰個 percentage。所以話咧入圍已經係一個好大好大嘅肯定啦，獲獎更加係一啲都唔容易嘅。咁咧嚟到 Cannes 咧，其實絕對唔係一件好容易嘅事啦。首先唔好以為買張機票就可以嚟到啦。大家而家可以喺心入邊估一估咧，呢張入場券到底係幾多錢？好啦，我開估啦，係歐羅4295，即係如果折翻加埋稅咧，其實差唔多港幣5皮嘢咁多嘅。所以咧，其實我嗰陣咧係有扮唔見咗張嘢咧，印多一張留念嘅，唔講俾人知。咁咧知道咗入場價錢之後咧，我哋先唔好講我哋點樣去啦，先講下有一班人咧，原來係可以輕輕鬆鬆就可以攞到個 pass 噶嘞喎。咁呢班人咧，第一個啦，好似我哋老闆咁去咗做 jury，即係做評審咧，咁你就可以自動入場啦。咁第二個方法咧就係你可以喺度擺 booth 啦，就好似呢個 Meta Glass 嗰個靚仔咁樣啦，佢 showcase Ray-Ban 同埋 Meta 嗰個智能眼鏡啦，咁又好勁啦，有錄音又有錄影啦。咁第三個方法就係唔使講啦，如果你即係隨隨便便就可以跌咗5皮嘢嘅話，你想去邊都得啦。咁第四個方法咧，原來我哋咧香港係有幾個朋友仔咧喺嗰度做 Cannes 2025嘅 creative team 嘅，咁佢哋嘅 pass 咧都係免費嘅。咁講咗好多好簡單嘅方法啦，到我哋啦，其實我哋係用一個好 niche 嘅方法去嘅。咁首先咧，第一個步驟咧就係我哋畢業嘅時候要決定做廣告啦，做呢個0.5嘅小眾啦。咁之後做咗廣告之後，就要經歷一段開竅嘅時期啦，所謂咁亦就係將我哋亂七八糟嘅想法咧，去 translate 成一個 impactful 嘅 idea。咁當中就要經歷好多次失敗先會做到。咁第三咧，我哋就要做一個叫 entry，即係我哋要入獎啦喎。咁咧入獎之前，我哋就要 execute 我哋頭先嘅 idea 出嚟啦。咁中間會面對好多 logistic 嘅問題啊、budget 嘅問題啦。咁陣間咧都會話俾我哋聽，我哋入咗啲咩 entry，令到咧我哋可以得到呢個 Grand Cannes Fan 嘅。咁咧得到 Grand Cannes Fan 咧，其實呢個獎咧每年淨係得一個作品可以得到嘅。咁贏咗之後咧，即係 Hong Kong Voice 同埋就會 sponsor 2張飛俾呢間贏咗嘅 agency。咁最後咧，呢2張飛嘅名額咧就會落到去公司。咁咧
我哋都要係被幸運選中嘅細路先可以去到啦。咁所以咧，好幸運地咧，我哋就去咗 Cannes 啦。咁都多謝我哋嘅老闆啦。
咁好啦，咁就好似頭先 Elsie 咁樣講啦，好彩咧，我哋成為咗呢兩個 chosen kid 啦。咁依家講翻啦，咁我哋究竟憑住咩作品先可以贏到呢兩張去 Cannes 嘅 tickets 咧？咁咧呢兩張 tickets 嘅背後咧，其實我哋就係因為上年嘅一個作品啦，《The Sound of Silence》啦。咁同時間咧，呢份作品背後咧，其實都有好多唔同 parties 嘅一齊努力啦。shout 我哋條 team 啦，大家一齊努力，一齊付出啦，由0去到100，一齊去見證呢個作品嘅誕生啦。咁講到呢個作品點樣誕生咧，咁我哋就 go back 翻呢一個 idea 係點樣諗出嚟嘅咯喎。咁其實咧呢一個 idea 咧同其他 idea 都一樣啦。我哋一開始啊都係 start with 一個好 niche 嘅 insight 先啦。咁可能我 pay 少少啦，同步我都講一講啦。咁香港嘅家暴問題咧，其實好多時咧最早被發現嘅咧，都係佢哋嘅鄰居啦。我哋咧捉住咗 insight 都講啊，香港咁細，好多時候咧，你都可以好遠距離咁樣聽到左鄰右里一個微微聲音啦，最大身上。咁好啦，咁我哋咧就將呢個咁近距離嘅家暴嘅聲音咧，我哋用一個好 niche 嘅 execution 嘅方法啦，我哋用杜比360嘅環繞聲去重演出嚟啦。咁同時間咧，我哋取代咗喺戲院入場時候會播放嘅 Dolby Sound Test 啦，咁藉此咧提高大眾咧對家暴呢個問題嘅 awareness 咁樣啦。咁呢個就係我哋做出嚟嘅 work 嘅一部分啦。咁我都快播一。咁我大概播到呢度先啦。咁除咗因為呢個 project 我哋得到一個咁 niche 嘅機會去到 Cannes 咧，咁我自己咧都亦都從中得到好多好 niche 嘅 experience 啦。咁而呢啲經驗咧，真係 niche 到咧，我入行之前我都冇諗過啊，原來會發生喺自己身上。咁有啲咩咧？咁第一個咧，例如有機會同金像獎九龍城寨嘅最佳音效嘅幕後班底一齊合作啦。咁第二咧，可能有機會同連視日嘅導演阿卓一齊做一個 interview 啦。咁第三可能更難得嘅係咧，有機會見證到自己一個作品，尤其是一個廣告作品咁難得喺戲院嘅大銀幕上播出嚟啦。咁仲播足2個禮拜咁樣啦。
好啦，咁上面咧講阿女講咗我哋點解可以嚟到 Cannes 入咗啲咩 entry。咁其實我哋今次嚟到 Cannes，我哋唔係淨係為咗玩嘅，其實我哋一個好緊要嘅目的。咁咧，我哋今次咧其實有帶我哋自己作品 Chill 嘅作品嚟參賽啦。咁亦都係好幸運，好幸運咁樣咧，我哋有喺呢個 media category 入邊咧贏咗 bronze 啦。咁其實都，如果你哋仲記得啱啱講啦，shortlist 度攞到 trophy 咧係得3%，所以咧我哋知道嘅時候，我哋個樣係好似而家畫面度，我哋係癲晒咁樣啦，喺嗰個門同門中係跳晒舞啦。咁呢個 moment 都成為我哋成個 trip 嘅一個 highlight 咯。咁都快速分享下我哋入咗啲咩 entry 落去啦。
Introducing SafeSketch, a free app that helps detect hidden signs of abuse in children's drawings. Using a database of over 200,000 drawings, SafeSketch searches for subtle clues hiding in plain sight, from object proportions and distortions to color choices and brush pressure. An algorithm identifies combinations of elements that may serve as warning signs. Some of these include sharp teeth, large black eyes, floating portraits, no arms.
OK，咁其實咧，我哋就係做咗一個 app 咧，去 detect 一啲小朋友畫作中咧可能俾人家暴嘅一啲 hints 嘅。咁咧，其實點解我哋會有呢個 insight 咧？其實佢誕生咧係嚟自一個即係比較心痛嘅一個news 嘅。咁諗翻一開始咧，其實因為睇咗一篇新聞，就係一個5歲嘅女仔琳琳啦，佢俾2個父母喺屋企虐待致死咁樣。咁佢嗰個咧情況就係佢俾屋企人拋咗上天花板跌落地，不停咁樣拋。咁我睇完之後個心就超唔舒服啦。跟住再 deep in 落去呢個新聞咧，原來咧琳琳咧喺幼稚園嘅話咧，係將佢成個遭遇咁樣畫咗出嚟，就好似而家畫面見到啦，好多血喺地下，然之後有一個拋上拋落嗰個即係好似一粒星咁樣，就係佢自己嚟嘅。咁呢一幅畫咧，最後喺法庭上面係做咗一個好有力嘅證據。咁呢件事就好打中咗我啦。咁所以咧，我就發掘咗一個 insight，原來咧。小朋友雖然佢唔識講嘢，唔識表達啦，好細個嗰啲，但係佢會將自己嘅情緒或者一啲被虐待嘅 signs 咧，用畫作去表達出嚟嘅。
咁就即係都講下我哋覺得點解一個 idea 會係 niche 啦。呢個都係我自己諗 idea 常用嘅一個小方法嚟嘅，即係會將一啲睇落冇可能相關嘅嘢拉上關係。咁例如啦，第一個我哋即係會諗到嘅就係心理學啦，因為始終係關於一個小朋友嘅情緒表達，所以我哋就研究好咗關於 projective drawing 嘅嘢啦。咁然之後就係藝術啦，了解下小朋友點樣透過畫作去發掘佢哋內心嘅信號啦。原來佢畫少咗隻手，或者將自己畫到好細，佢用咩顏色咧，都係有背後嘅原因嘅。咁第三就係 AI 啦，咁我哋成日都會用AI 嗰排好興係用嚟占卜啊，或者係解夢啊。咁我又諗會唔會係可以咧用嚟幫手識別一啲畫小朋友嘅畫去發現呢啲信號咧？咁將呢三樣嘢咧merge 埋一齊就做咗我哋最後呢個 app 啦。
好，咁講完我哋自己作品啦，咁我哋最後啦都真係，咁我哋就喺 Cannes 入邊見到好多精彩嘅作品，都想同大家分享其中2個啦。咁第一個咧，我想分享嘅 case 咧係叫做 Pub Succession 啦。咁我好欣賞佢咧由一個好 niche 嘅觀點出發啦，再諗下佢就諗下如果一間酒吧執笠嘅話，而後繼無人咧，可以點樣去有一個解決方法咧？咁播一播呢度。
We're here at McLaughlin's Bar here in Ecclestone.
好啦，咁佢其實咧個 background 咧就講緊一個愛爾蘭嘅酒吧即將倒閉啦，個老闆就準備退休啦。咁因為佢如果後繼無人嘅話咧，其實啲酒吧就即將面臨呢個問題啦，就係都佢永遠就會失去咗呢間酒吧啦。咁我就好欣賞佢哋揾到一個咁 niche 嘅切入點或者觀點去切入呢個問題啦。咁當一個老闆準備退休，咁而後繼無人嘅話咧，呢間酒吧除咗執笠之後咧，其實仲面對好多問題。呢間酒吧消失咧，其實同時間咧，佢都係代表緊佢哋代表佢哋 family name 嘅一個牌匾咧，佢哋都會永遠消失啦。咁背後其實都意味住咧，呢間酒吧嘅歷史啊，或者呢個家族同呢個酒吧嘅一份感情啊，都會跟隨住消失。咁所以佢哋就諗咗一個好 niche 嘅 execution 去完成咗呢一個Pub Succession 嘅一個 idea 啦，咁而呢一個execution 係啲乜嘢咧？我今日都唔會播住㗎啦。咁等大家，如果你哋好有興趣去知道咧，或者你哋想做功課咧，咁你哋就可以睇一睇呢個 case 啦。咁接住話咧，再交俾 Elsie 啦。
It's a once in a lifetime opportunity.
播咗啲。好，咁
Happy
呢個係
birthday to you.
放咗俾你。
Are you 3? Are you 4? Are you 5? Are you 6? Are you 7? Are you 8? Are you 9? Are you 10? Are you 11? Are you 12? Are you 13? Are you 14? Are you 15? Are you 16? Are you 17? Are you 18? Are you 19?
好啦，咁我播到呢度啦。其實 Sick Kids 嘅廣告咧，大家如果真係要上去再睇多啲，因為佢好多年嘅廣告都係非常出色嘅。咁呢個廣告咧，其實點解我咁中意咧？其實佢頭先都睇咗少少啦，一路有小朋友咧，一路數住1歲、2歲、3歲，跟住之後咧，畫面咧係有啲小朋友喺度同佢嘅病痛去對抗緊嘅。其實呢個廣告就係想講咧，每過一個生日，啲小朋友就係過完一場仗啦。咁點解我中意佢咧？因為我覺得呢個廣告係一個 niche 嘅 twist 嘅。咁首先咧，佢有別於一般嘅嗰啲 charity ad 啦。咁一般就係好病嘅痛嘅小朋友咧就好 fragile，但係咧佢就將佢變成好似戰士咁樣啦。然之後咧通常啲 ad 咧都會係打慘情牌，大家用眼淚去換大家嘅籌款啦，但係咧佢反而咧就係鼓舞人心咧，想人去變成繼續努力嘅力量啦。咁然之後第三個就係普通嘅 charity ad 就會講150年嘅歷史啊，我哋好榮譽啊，好多成就啊。但係咧佢反而咧將呢個數字咧唔係用生日去包裝，佢嘅意義就係呢啲小朋友打完疾病佢生存落嚟嘅次數，每過一次生日就好似打完一場仗咁。咁同埋我覺得佢呢個 execution 咧都係好值得即係。好特別啦，因為佢好似用一個 Nike 嘅廣告，即係好似講啲 athletes 好努力咁樣去戰鬥咁樣，咁所以呢個都係好欣賞一個地方嘅。咁最後我哋 round up 咧，其實都想講下咧，我哋對 Cannes 對於我哋嚟講其實係大癲啊呢個經歷。咁我哋都各自講下感受啦。 咁第一個咧就係即係好似你哋入 U 咧有5件事又上莊又住 hall 啦。其實做廣告嘅目標咧，每個人即係都唔同。但係我嘅 bucket list 咧有一個好重要嘅 box 就係去 Cannes。咁我都等咗好多年先去到嘅。咁但係而家我要去完啦，就要揾一個新嘅目標啦。咁咧第二個就係覺得Cannes 有好多 trophy 啦，其實佢每一個 trophy 就好似同你一個好 close 嘅 friend 咁啊，我覺得啦，因為咧你對每一個 category 有任何嘅興趣或者係 concern 邊種議題咧，總有一個 trophy 係可以 match 到你呢個話題，佢會明你嘅，咁所以佢要包容你嘅 idea，咁變相亦都係俾咗個 permission 你去 dream 咯。
咁當然啦，你喺 Cannes 入邊一定會見到好多唔同嘅 legends 啦，即係可能由細望到大嘅一啲case 嘅例子，你都喺入邊見到啦。咁有冇諗過？其實我都冇諗過有一日原來自己望住 reference，原來自己到今日都可以變做人哋會 reference 嘅嘢咁樣咯。咁最後當然呢一個旅程都 remind 咗我哋，其實要 keep 住繼續創作要 keep 住 moving，令到自己進步啦。因為你都望到依家好多唔同嘅 case 都有一啲唔同嘅突破咁樣。
係最後2個 slide 啦。咁咧真係好緊要呢個。我咧即係想同大家講下，今年2025先有一個新嘅獎項，就係叫 Creative Country of the Year 啦。其實呢個獎咧係特別設計嚟表揚一啲國家對於創意嘅熱誠同埋付出嘅。咁今年攞到呢個獎咧就係 Brazil 啦。咁但係聽講咧 Brazil 呢個國家其實係窮嘅。咁所以佢哋入邊嘅每一個 creative 都係好努力，希望自己嘅作品咧係會衝出國際俾人見到。咁所以無論係嘅 animation 或者係 execution 咧，全部都好勁啦。咁當時咧係佢哋攞獎嘅時候，我喺 theatre 嗰度啦，就見到啲 Brazilian 全部起晒身，跟住佢哋歡呼啦，有啲拎起佢哋自己國旗上台啦。咁呢一刻我就係完全感覺到佢哋嘅 proudness 同埋佢哋嗰個自豪，即係好自豪啊對於呢個國家。咁我就不禁喺度諗啦，香港咧幾時到我哋咧？咁我哋創意咧係咪就係至於有時我哋做一條片或者一個 print ad 或者一個 event， 咁如果 Brazil 嘅好窮係佢哋努力嘅原因，咁我哋喺香港呢個地方，我哋唔係好敢發夢啦，有時有好大壓力啦，有好實際嘅一個社會氣氛底下咧，我哋會唔會都好似啲 Brazilian 咁樣咧，有呢個勇氣去闖出一片天咧？咁我哋希望就將呢個 Hong Kong SAR 呢個字咧，可唔可以再一次帶上呢個舞台咯？咁之後就留翻俾你哋 Young Creative 去諗啦。拜拜。
好啊，多謝晒。Elsie， 你正講咗我要講嘅嘢，我就係等緊你哋去將香港帶翻上個國際大舞台。OK。咁首先我哋恭喜 Elsie 啦，因為 Elsie 嗰個 Safe Sketch 喺康城攞咗獎啦。OK。咁另外就你哋2位其實係有一個原因，點解你哋會有呢個機會去康城嘅？咁跟住我都要解答頭先 Elsie 嗰個問題，係嗰張 pass 係好貴，所以我哋真係要好衷心再多一次香港政府 Hong Kong CEDA 文創產業處，因為真係其實呢個我哋自己去外國都知，出邊好多人好羨慕我哋嘅，佢哋會問點解你哋去到嘅？我哋香港政府贊助嘅，其他國家好多都好羨慕嘅。咁 very good。